They fined me $100 a day, convinced I would eventually fold under the pressure. The HOA had chosen me as their latest target, and they thought endless threats and fees would break me. What they didn't expect was that I would use their own rules against them, and flip the entire situation so hard that, to this day, they're the ones sending me money. It all started with a simple project. I had been renovating my backyard, nothing outrageous, just adding a small shed to store my tools and lawn equipment. The shed matched the house, sat well within my property line, and followed every local code. But the HOA board saw it as an opportunity to flex their power. They declared the shed non-compliant because I hadn't gotten their approval first, even though no rule actually required it. That's when the fines started rolling in. A bright yellow notice taped to my front door informed me of a $100 daily charge until I removed the unapproved structure. At first, I thought it had to be some mistake. But as the days passed, the fine stacked higher, $700 by the end of the first week, $3,000 by the end of the month. Most people would have panicked. That's what the HOA was counting on. But instead of rushing to tear down the shed, I pulled out the thick binder of community bylaws and began reading line by line. It didn't take long to find what I needed. Buried in the fine print was a clause stating that any erroneous fines had to be repaid by the HOA with interest, calculated at 10% per month. The kicker? If a homeowner proved the fines were invalid, the HOA had 30 days to pay, or the debt automatically converted into a lien against the association itself. Armed with that knowledge, I documented everything. Photos, county permits, correspondence with city inspectors, every detail proving my shed was perfectly legal. Then I filed an appeal, presenting the HOA with undeniable evidence that their fines violated their own rules. They fought me, of course, dragging out the process for weeks. But once my case reached the county mediation board, it was over. The fines were ruled invalid, and the HOA was ordered to reimburse me, plus interest. By then, the total had ballooned far beyond what they had expected. The association cut me a check for over $12,000. And here's the best part, because the bylaws hadn't been updated, the loophole remains. Now, every time the HOA tries to issue me a bogus fine, I let the interest meter run. In the end, they always pay me instead. What began as their attempt to control me turned into the best side hustle I could have imagined. The HOA wanted obedience. What they got was a homeowner who turned their own weapon into profit.